Hi, good afternoon. Okay, today we will go for chapter 3, preparing data for analysis. So, uh, hopefully after this, we will have interview session for your research project and we will have some transcription. What is a transcription? Okay, as we know that transcription is about transcribing from on oral language to written language. Right, so with another set of rules. Right, so transcripts are not copies of representation of some original reality. They are just interpretative construction and decontextualized conversation. Okay, so what we need to transcribe, because we want to build the knowledge of your data, we have to force what you need to read, then what you have to record, and with that we have to provide some unique opportunity to criticizing from the data, and as well as that make it easier to work. Okay, so there's some strategies for transcribing interview. So hopefully with this, before we interview, you have to prepare yourself and prepare um, to be prepared for your transcribing after your interview. Okay, so you have to put your name of person interview, use the name that easiest to remember. Okay, do the some tab colon, and you also have to dealing with large. If you need to dealing with a large number, you might opt to indicate, right? So let's say first name and surname and so on. Okay, so anonymization is really important to protect the confidentiality. We can create, we can separate file, keep somewhere safe. We always use the pseudonym. Alright, so it has some of few of level of transcription. Okay, so you can um, scrutinize which level that your transcription will go for. Okay, so sometimes they have just a draft version, sometimes they have to scrutinize, right? So the details of sometimes some research they need the details of expression, language use, or more interested in the factual content of what they said, and most important is to capture the text as the respondent say. Right, so the other useful your aim to express is to create as clear as you need to before you coding and systematize. Okay, so as you notice should be corrected for the first step. Okay, as long as you can capture what they express. Okay, this is all the convention that you can dictate. All right, you can see here. If you want to follow, you can follow. If you feel this not really important, you can put as a you want to at least you want to get high quality transcription, you can apply all this convention. Okay, so then there are four common errors in transcriptions. Okay, normally the people will sentence structure errors. Okay, sometimes people don't talk in the sentence, they are just they just say with their emotion, for example. Okay, you need to understand that. Okay, sometimes the punctuation can always mislead. Okay, let's say for example, don't dream is over, don't dream is over, or versus don't dream is over. So sometimes you have to listen carefully. Okay, the punctuation, the intonation of the respondent or the interviewee. Okay, quotation mark error. Sometimes when we do transcription, we fail to capture. Right? Okay, so you have to listen many times to dictate that. Omission errors. Sometimes we do some errors. Okay, mislisten. Okay, let's say for example the response say I'm not very happy, but we listen as I'm very happy, or mistaken words or phrase errors. Let's say the person say as the interviewee say I'm very weary. Okay, but we stress I'm very worried. Alright, so that's why it's really important that the interviewer is the person yang also did the transcribe. So and the best one you transcribe immediately after you do the interview. Okay, then how you want to deal with that? You have to pay more attention, allow yourself enough time, ensure the quality of your recording. Sometimes noise also can contributing your quality of transcription. Okay, understand the context of your interview. Sometimes you work in the team, you can do some proofreading. Okay, after you do the first or first or 2 or 3 stage of transcription, you can do some program. You also may ask your participant to clarify if you can to do so that, so at least they can say, okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, sometimes some respondent, they also already forgot what they said already, right? Depending on what types of your respondent. If your respondent is the older people, so maybe you not point to that, you can have to clarify with them. Okay, then about metadata. Okay, metadata is about data about data that I told you last week, right? So data about data is means that before you okay, beside the metadata that I'm discussed last week, metadata is about the information about your interview session itself. Okay, and then what the data is all about, what you need the data for, what, okay, how your study was carried out, and then as well as your descriptive of your respondent, okay, or biographical information. So it can be contains of date of interview, what is a descriptive of the respondent, what topic you discuss with your interviewee, then the name, make it as pseudonyms, source, okay, where you link it, maybe you have some support requirements. Okay, so the names, yes, is really important on initial ideas for analysis. Okay, so that's for transcribe. So yes, in the first stage maybe you feel the transcription is really tough or challenging, but it's okay that you feel that. And then I also will provide with you on the video on NVivo. You can have a look on the NVivo, the latest version, and video from Dr. City that I obtained last year, right? And you can start do some interview protocol that you can plan for next week. All right, all the best. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you.